Hi, welcome to Zigad Review. CD Projekt Red is getting sued officially by the New York law firm that said that they were probably going to launch a class action lawsuit. This is what the lawsuit says. Cyberpunk 2077 was virtually unplayable on the current generation Xbox or PlayStation systems due to an enormous number of bugs. Well, that's an understatement. As a result, Sony will remove Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store and Sony. Microsoft and CD Projekt will be forced to offer full refunds for the game. 3. Consequently, CD Projekt will suffer reputational and pecuniary harm. I've never seen the word in my life, so hopefully I said it correctly. And 4. As a result, defendants' statements about its business operation and prospects were materially false and misleading, and or lacked a reasonable basis at all relevant times. When the true details enter the market, the lawsuit claims the investors suffered damages. The lawsuit specifically is for stockholders, especially people who picked up the stock a year or so ago, because they will be the ones who were most affected. Technically, if you picked up the stock within the last year or so, you did it based on what the performance of Cyberpunk 2077 was going to be. And obviously, as we know, it wasn't what was expected. I mean, it sold a lot of units, but also that stock stumbled after release because of the bad press that the game received. So this stock lost a lot of money in consequence of this game coming out in the way it did. And it is true. We have heard by now all the stuff that CD Projekt Red said about Cyberpunk 2077 that turned out to be a lie. There's no other way to put it. It is black and white based on the statements that they gave and what we saw when the game came out. Of course, CD Projekt Red came out with an obvious answer saying that they will vigorously defend themselves against this lawsuit. I mean, do you need to put that out for any reason? Isn't everybody who gets sued vigorously defend themselves against lawsuits because most likely they feel that the lawsuit is unwarranted? It's usually how a lawsuit goes. You get sued, you're like, hey, I shouldn't be sued, so I am going to defend myself. But hey, CD Projekt Red, thank you for stating the obvious. So here we are, pretty much a month and a couple of weeks, right? Yeah, a month, a little bit over a month of game release. And this game, it's been patched twice already since it came out. I wouldn't say that the patches have done great things. I mean, the game runs and performs a little better than it did before. There aren't as many crashes and things like that. But the game still has tons of bugs that completely take you out of the experience. I've played the game yesterday for a big part of the day. I finally made it to the point of no return in the game, and there were times where something happened that took me out of the game, like when I did this mission with Panam, and she's literally sliding down the stairs instead of going down the stairs. It's the funniest thing because she puts her arm like this next to her and she just glides down the stairs, and then the last two steps she walks down. It's like, all right, I guess she poses when she goes downstairs. But yeah, there's just a lot of little bugs that just happen throughout the game that are just annoying. You know, more than anything, they're annoying. I mean, they are funny, but at the same time, they are annoying when you are invested in this game and in the story and what's happening in what you're doing. And then all of a sudden, somebody pulls out a cigarette to smoke, but there's no cigarette, you know, or they're lighting a cigarette, but there's no lighter. It's like, okay. People with their cell phones floating around them when they're done talking on the phone and they put it away, and then the phone is just floating around their heads somewhere on their backs. And they just announced that DLC is coming out early 2021. Why? They didn't provide exact date. It just says, hey, coming out early 2021, you know? But why? The game isn't working the way it should. Why are you going to dump more content on top of broken content? Damn it, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I understand you have to do the DLC because you promised it and all this stuff, but you know, it's like having a pile of trash and somebody just coming and like putting some prettier stuff on top of it so you forget that there's still trash underneath that. And I feel like that's what CD Projekt Red is trying to do. It's like, hey, remember all that trash? We're going to put something prettier on top of it so you forget that there was trash with all this new content. Hopefully it's going to work when you get to play it, because at this point, who knows, right? Well, here we go towards the end of 2020, and CD Projekt Red is going to court to defend themselves over a game that they completely and utterly destroyed in a matter of weeks. Do you think that CD Projekt Red is going to come out victorious on this lawsuit, or do you think that this lawsuit is pretty much lost as it is and they should just go and settle? Let me know in the comment section. That's it for me. Go ahead and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, it really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.